to everyone. We hope all of you are doing good, all of you are well. Today we are talking about what is Saatvic, what is light, pure, healthy diet, and diet of spiritual practitioner, spiritual practitioner. So we are gonna talk about it. So first point, what is Saatvic food, Saatvic diet? So Saatvic food are fruits, vegetables, chapati, rice, simple food, light food. So these all items are easy to digest and very nutritious for the whole body as well as for the brain, for the mind too. Not taking oily food, so much spicy food, which creates disturbance, restlessness in the brain, that such food makes us make our brain weak and it leads to very active energy in the brain, thoughts. It increases the flow, the speed of thoughts in the brain, which makes the brain tired and restless. So, not eating oily, not consuming so much spicy. The purpose of sattvic food not to entertain our thoughts. It's not very much about taste. It's about the cleanliness of the food. Clean, light food and not becoming so much attached with the taste. Food must be light, food must be fresh, food must be clean. That is the priority because if food is old, not fresh, so that energy of the food our body and brain will be receiving. Food will be fresh, but not very much over the taste, not attachment with the taste. If we make the attachment with taste, then our so much we will start making differences in food. Our demands will increase, and this will lead us to lose the peace and to accept the present. Whatever we get, we won't able to appreciate it, and this will lead us to lose our mental peace. It will create so much, you know, thoughts in our brain. So very simple food, very nice, clean, fresh is Saatvic diet. Eating flesh, eating eggs are not under the Saatvic diet, because food has energy, and non-vegetarian diets, these living beings are powerful, powerful force, has emotions, not as many as human humans, but they have emotions, fear, pleasure. So all we are bringing inside us by eating them. So that's not good for the brain, for the especially spiritual practitioner. So non-vegetarian diet, anything, any diet which is making our brain weaker and leading our mind to expand more, adding up more thoughts in the brain, which is called mind, the collection of the thoughts. It's not good for a spiritual practitioner. It will be difficult for a spiritual practitioner to stay committed in the practice with this diet. And vegetarian diet, this diet is meant for human beings, and if we say that plants also have life, they also have energy. So it is true. Energy is in everything, even in the stones, but we don't eat stones. So plants have energy, but their lifespan is not as long as the beings. So if human beings don't eat the plants, anyway, the plants will be finished. So they are meant for human beings to consume, and plants, vegetarian, this diet, fruits and lentils, they have very fresh nutritions which uh, non-vegetarian diet cannot contain. So uh, like for example, if you have mango, you can eat that mango even after, you know, 12 hours or after 15 hours, even after a day. So nutritions in the fruits, vegetables can survive for longer time. But if you have flash, for example, and you keep it 12 hours it outside, its nutritions won't be very much, you know, effective. Yes, there will be energy, absolutely, for some time, but the main nutritions which we required won't be as effective as we get in the vegetarian food and lentils. And we can also see flash if it is not in the refrigerator, it will start smelling. So energy dies very fast, as well as nutritions in the non-vegetarian diet. So that's the sattvic food. And if we talk about diet of spiritual practitioner, see, in spirituality we are not very much concerned about food. All we are concerned about getting sattvic diet, this fruits, vegetables, chapati, lentils, rice. Here we do not very much focus into the quantity of food. For example, the spiritual practitioner is advised to eat only uh, that much which is required to the body, not according to the mind. So, spiritual practitioner, mostly you will see they eat one time. Those who are advanced in the practice and not, desireful food they need. So whatever spiritual practitioner get, what spiritual practitioner makes sure food must be sattvic, and he doesn't very much concern about that he should get three times. Here we more concern about the quality of the food. It must be sattvic, and if we get even one time, that's quite enough. So advanced practitioners, they eat one time in a day sattvic diet, especially during 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., and that's quite enough food, one time food, not demanding food, whatever we get, simple food, sattvic food. So advanced practitioner, they consume one time around 11, around 10 a.m., then rest of the day they leave their digestion to digest that food and bring out as much as it can bring from that food. And if we are on this path, intermediate and beginner, then we are advised to consume two times food is also quite enough. And simple food is enough. whatever simply you get, not getting into so much desires that I should eat this food, I should eat that food. Simple food, fruits, lentils, and one time enough. And beside this, in spiritual path, our main concern is to make our brain more stronger and not let our so much desires come over and let us lose the peace. So this we won't let do. For example, if you or we see the monk, see monk even do not keep desire in the foods, in the food. So they go around with the bowl and whatever people offer them, Saatvic food, whatever offer them, they eat. And they are very healthy, very, very healthy. But you see, they are very much, brain is very much strong. They know how to, lead the mind, how to stay positive. So, but on the opposite side, if we see the people who are making up their muscles in the gym, they are, yes, they have very good muscles. Monks don't have such muscles. Spiritual practitioners don't have such muscles. But that gym practitioner, they are not very much mentally strong. Yes, we see them, they show that they are strong. But as per the experience, they are physically very much strong, but not mentally when it comes to their desires. They are always talking about, you know, taking oneself higher. If you go to the gym, there is nobody's talking about that we all are one, and the most priority to learn how to strengthen the mind. So that cannot be found in gyms. So even the desires for food can be very much, you know, unpleasant for the brain. So spiritual practitioner, whatever he gets, he keeps himself satisfied to it. And he knows that even a one-time meal, one time, chapati, little bit sabji, is enough for the whole day. In the spiritual path, our purpose is to make brain strong. So whatever is making our brain weaker, even if it is food, even if it desires for quality food, so much quality food, three times quality food, then it's not good. And especially, see, when you are cooking food by yourself, okay, it's fine, you can go and buy food according to you. But especially when you are living in some place, it's for spiritual practitioner. Especially when you are living in some place, so respect whatever food you get, because non violence is the first, step practice on the path of the yoga. So whatever food, light sattvic food you are getting, eat it, appreciate it. Don't create against to it, and don't speak wrong about the people who are feeding you, who are giving you food. So appreciating it, because that's what the spiritual practitioner path is. And here we are not very much concerned about the physical body. And one time food, four chapati, little bit sabji, and little bit dal in India is enough for a spiritual practitioner, even for a one time. But people do not understand, because that's not their mistake. Because of the habits, they want more and more. They start counting down uh, protein, vitamins, calcium, and nutritions in every food. There is nutrition in every food, whatever we eat. But keeping peace, appreciation, this brings, you know, it makes our brain strengthen. And if our brain will be strengthened, our body will be strengthened, our life will be strengthened, everything around us will be strengthened, joyful, happy. So, hope through this conversation you get something. So, desires for food can be great obstacles in our life. Appreciate, especially when you are out, when somebody is cooking for you. Whatever you receive, eat it and be happy. If you appreciate that little food will be very much nutritious for you, but if we don't have appreciation and we have so much food, even that so much food uh, won't be able to give us that nutrition. And we all know that 80% and 90% of the food energy is taken by the brain. So be aware of it, because life's main purpose, human being main purpose, to learn how to live peacefully and happily. And even if our diet is, our desires for the diet creating unpleasantness within us, then it is not good. Thank you so much for listening. Wish you all a wonderful time. Namaste.